All right, we're doing our first Milk video team live to announce our highlight reels feature that we put on Product Hunt today. We're maybe going to do this a couple times and wanted to introduce our team behind all the action. So I'll pass it over to Ross.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Ross, co-founder with Lenny here at Milk Video. Today we're really excited to launch the highlight reels. And Jack, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Jacques. I'm an engineer here. I'm going to take you through how highlight reels works today. Cool. Let me.
Introduce Elsie too.
Yeah, Elsie, go for it.
Hi, my name is Elsie, and I am the marketing assistant here at Milk. Very excited to show you guys the new feature we have on Milk.
Super. So today we launched the highlight reels on Product Hunt, and the key thing that we're trying to focus on is to make it really easy for marketers, sales teams, any professional to be able to slice a long form video into multiple snippets and kind of combine them into a narrative. So it could be for an event recap, or it could be for summarizing a meeting and sharing it out with your team members on Slack. So Jack is going to run through his thought process around why he created the features he did and kind of how to use it to make your workflow really fast.
Cool. Lenny, if you don't mind switching over to my screen and we can get going.
All right. Let's go.
Cool. So I'm on the Milk video transcript page. I've just uploaded a 2-minute or so long video of Ross going through the highlight reels feature. So it's a bit of a meta demo. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select some text, and I'm going to select the bits of this video that I think are the most valuable that I want to share. So what I'm going to do is select just the first bit over here, and I'm going to create a clip from that. So that's an 8-second long clip. Just get that to display. And then we're going to do another clip over here of these 2 paragraphs. Let's clip that. And then finally, let's create a clip of the outro sentence. So now we have 3 clips over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new project from this first clip. And I'm going to head into Customize More after I've selected a theme. So now I'm dropped into the Milk video canvas where I can choose my design. But more importantly, I've got my first clip over here as a first scene. But now what I can do is I can stitch together the other 2 clips with this one. So let's add another scene over here. And I can head to my uploads list over here and insert the second clip, the 29-second long one, and finally add the outro sentence. And what's really cool about this is I can switch between my scenes in the designer over here. I can even hover over the timeline at the bottom and just swipe through everything to very quickly preview what my whole project looks like. And what I'm actually going to do finally, so I've got all these stitched together, but it's going to be a bit abrupt, like switching between them sort of immediately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add scenes in between these, and I'm going to make them title scenes. So let's add 2 new scenes, and you see what I've just done here is I've inserted them, but now I can reorder my scenes. So I've now reordered them so that I have my title scenes in between all of my highlights. And actually, finally, let's add one at the start, just for a little intro. And then what I can do is I can add some text. Let's do a bit of design here, center it. Let's do that. The little welcome text. And then as I swipe through here, you can see that we display our title sequence. We then display the first scene. And then we have our second intro slide over here. And let's add some more text. And I'm just going to, just for the demo's sake, say part 2. And then I can instantly switch over to my third title sequence. Let's add in another title here and say part 3. Let's get that nice and centered. And what's really cool is I can actually change the duration of my title scenes. Because it doesn't have any media on it, there's no way for us to know what the duration should be. So I'm going to customize this intro to be, let's say, 4 seconds, and I'm going to leave the other 2 title slides to just be 3 seconds. And now if I start playing, you'll notice that this title plays for 4 seconds, and then we immediately switch over to the next scene. And what's pretty cool is I don't have to watch the whole scene over here. I can actually just click down there to skip close to the end of the scene to make sure my transition looks nice and good and nice and smooth. And there we go. We're playing through all of our scenes. And that is a demo of how our new highlight reels feature works.
Great. Thanks for running us through that. And then in terms of being able to make edits to the actual slides, to each of the scenes, can you just run quickly through kind of how you look at that?
Yeah, sure. So let's say I wanted to spice up the layout a little bit. So I've got all these clips and they've all got the same layout, right, with the same colors and everything. But what I can do, for example, is on, let's say this intro scene over here, I'm happy with the way it looks. But this first clip over here, what I actually want to do is I want to crop with a little circle. I'm going to crop your face over there and enlarge it. I'm going to pop that there and then center it nicely over here. And then if I switch over to this scene, because we're showing like an actual screen recording, I'm going to leave it as a square. Like that works pretty nicely. And then finally with its outro sequence, again, it's going to make sense to do a little circle crop. So I'm going to do that. But just to spice things up a little bit and add a bit of variety to my video, I'm going to change the way this layout looks. I'm actually going to resize my caption over here and center it at the bottom. And then I'm going to take the video, pop it over there. And now we have a nice and varied video. So if I run through it, you'll see that we have our title sequence. We've got our first clip, our second title sequence, our second clip, third title sequence, and finally our outro.
Great. And this can all be downloaded into an MP4 format, correct?
That's right. So I can click save and share over here. You can see it's going to take about a minute for us to export this, so super fast. And once I click that, it's going to run. And as soon as it's ready, you're going to see the video over here. Just takes a minute.
Well, one of the things that I'm particularly excited about is how now you can also share these videos. So maybe Jack can pull something up here, but we previously had people downloading videos and then getting feedback from their team if they wanted to do some kind of review, maybe with a manager, or they wanted to send it to the designer. But now we actually have direct links that you can share, either a clip, if it's the section that you want to highlight, actual upload, if the video itself was something that you wanted to share out and get feedback on, or finalized project. And what's cool about this is you can actually see if someone has watched the video. So as you're waiting for approval, you actually have the ability to get feedback if someone watched it, if you need to remind them. And these are all just to speed up the general workflow of working with video.
Sorry, let me get this, get the screen sharing back up. There we go. Cool. So as with all good cooking shows, here's a download I prepared earlier. So what I can do here is I can click the share button, which is going to take me to the special Milk Video share page. And this is going to give me a unique share link where I can share this clip with anyone. So anyone with the link will have access. And what's really cool about this is I can go into Twitter, for example, I can paste the link. And when I tweet this out, it's going to automatically create a smart embed preview for me so that people will be able to view it instantly within Twitter, or I can share it with someone on Slack. They can review it. And then if I head back to the share page, I'll be able to see how many people have viewed it up here. And finally, if anyone wants to download the file, they can simply click on the download button on the share page, and I'll get the MP4 file, which they can save to their machine.
Super.
Yeah. What else is worth sharing? Maybe can you run us through the brand kit? Some of the new functionality around the custom fonts.
Of course.
Exciting.
Yeah. So if I head into one of my projects here, so let's actually go into the one that we created earlier. If I look at the fonts available to me here, we have a bunch of different fonts, but my company, let's say, uses a very specific font. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into the Milk Video dashboard here, and I'm going to head into the brand kit section. And in the brand kit section, what I can do is I can upload my custom fonts. So if I head to where I keep my fonts, and let's say I've got this font here called Proxima Nova, I'm going to upload it. And then once it's uploaded, the font gets dropped into my brand kit immediately. And after a few seconds, you'll actually see a real preview. There we go, real preview of the font show up. And now if I go back into a project, I can simply click on the captions that I want to change the font for, and you'll now see that my custom font is there. And if I select the custom font, it shows up, and now I've got more on-brand videos. And we're going to be doing the same very soon with colors, logos, and a lot more.
And a lot of people like to edit the transcript, and they often find a lot of typos. And this is something that you recently updated. So if someone spots a typo in their captions, how do they kind of quickly correct those?
Cool. So what I can do is I can select the captions that I want to correct, and I've got a correct button over here that I can quickly open up. And let's see. Well, this transcript is pretty accurate, but let's say that this word over here is actually incorrect. I can simply select it and press R or click the edit button. And it's going to open up my correct transcript modal over here. And let's say Ross actually said really, really, but for some reason it just picked up really. I can add in my correction, click update text, and you'll see it update instantly over here. And the cool thing is when I go back to the original full video, when I go back to that transcript, it'll be updated there automatically. So any corrections that you make will be propagated throughout all of your projects so that you have super accurate transcripts.
That's brilliant, because a lot of people have a lot of time spent, a lot of friction with doing a lot of the editing. So to be able to edit it on the main transcript, and then also at the last moment when they spot one of those mistakes, it is hugely time saving. And the initial transcript itself is already very accurate. But if there is a specific spelling, like around often like a brand term or a name of a person, that's often where the edits are required, right?
That's right.
Ross, can you maybe talk a little bit about how some of the customers that we've been using, or that have been using maybe some of the custom fonts or highlight reels, that functionality?
Yeah, so custom fonts has been a big request for a lot of companies, because when you're putting out content, whether it's in sales outreach or on social media, you need to be on brand. And so you need the brand colors and so on, but custom fonts are a key thing that every company has their own, often has their own specific font. So this functionality is key to be able to disseminate the video clips across the company and making sure that it is in line with the brand guidelines. So that's a major value add. And then in terms of highlight reels, when we started Milk Video, you could pull one clip and kind of edit that and share that out. But people often wanted to stitch them together to be able to create more of a recap, because there are often multiple moments in a Zoom meeting or a virtual event that are really interesting, and they want to kind of create more of a narrative instead of course, sharing the whole video. And and instead of sharing just one clip. And so the highlight reels are really valuable to recap, to summarize, to do that. So the fact that it can be done at such speed will save so much time. If you think about the amount of time it would take to do something like this on your own, make sure the captions are correct, cut it up, add your design, you've got to go to multiple tools. And so this reduces the friction, allows you to, as soon as the recording is over, to put something out and to share it internally or externally. And if you have your custom font set, if you have your template set, it can be a matter of minutes. There's when normally it has to go to a video editor externally, or someone internally will labor over it and often not produce a quality product.
One of our customers said, this used to take me 8 hours just for putting these clips together, and now they're creating all their Facebook ads as well as YouTube shorts. They're also playing with vertical video as well as different kinds of formats. So it's pretty cool.
And so what it's doing is it's opening up, something that would take 8 hours to do. It's just often not worth the time. But because this can be done at such speed, then you can just expand your video efforts or more content marketing efforts. So it really democratizes like video editing and opens up the door. Even if you're not creating that much video right now, it actually kind of gives you an opportunity to create more, because you know that a quick Zoom call can then be turned into something that fits your brand and can be shared. So we're really opening a door to video creation that anybody in the organization can do. It's not just someone with a lot of video editing skills or someone who knows a video editor. You yourself can create something and share it out.
So we actually have a special guest, Jeff Tang. So actually, I'm going to have Jeff take my seat here and go ahead. Please join the party.
I do have to go back to a call in like a minute or two. Hi everyone.
Yeah, Jeff. Maybe we were just presenting different features, how Milk works, but you want to share how you use video calls in your remote team, and maybe things that you've thought about doing promotion in video?
Well, internally we use Discord and Gather most recently. For calls with potential like users or customers, we are mainly using Zoom, I think. And we're still kind of like doing a lot of customer discovery. Sorry, I have a mint in my mouth. Actually we haven't used much tooling either around there, but we are starting to explore like all those options. So I'd love to explore Milk.
Amazing. Maybe you want to share what you're working on a little bit with Athens Research?
Oh, sure. So I'm working on Athens Research. We are building a note-taking tool for high-tech researchers. So people doing AI research at places like Google Brain, or maybe people developing drugs, new pharmaceuticals. So we're just trying to help them accelerate their research, come up with the next generation of like moonshot ideas. That's what we're doing right now.
Exciting. Thanks for jumping in our incredibly ad hoc live stream.
Thank
Great
you.
to have you here.
It's an honor to be here, honestly.
All right, so that was our surprise special guest as he was walking to get some water. So with that, actually, we want to go through maybe one use case outside of what Jacques has done. Maybe we could spotlight one customer. So do you have a customer in mind we could spotlight, Ross? And then I can pull them up and show what they've been doing.
If you want to open up Go One and all the videos they've created, you can find them on LinkedIn under their video section. Go One, as Lenny pulls it up, Go One are an edtech company. They are focused on B2B brands, and their kind of main platform of communication is LinkedIn, where a lot of our clients are kind of trying to communicate with their customers. And they have done an amazing job at creating beautiful templates and being able to create clips from podcasts or from webinars or from someone internally recording a video and then sharing it out on LinkedIn and then across the organization. So everyone within the, a lot of people within the company are sharing this clip. So they take a video, they cut it up, and then they do a spot of design and in Milk, and then they share it out, and multiple employees are sharing this one message. And so that's how we think about it, right? So you have an amazing asset. Why not milk it? Why not pull out the clips and then milk it in terms of like getting as many people in the organization to share it out? There's no reason why not to. And the only barrier to that before was this whole process, which we are really focused on improving that workflow.
And the really cool thing with highlight reels is that you can customize it for depending on where you want to send it out, whether it's internally or for potential customers. You can always, add a new title page, or you can add a clip where it's personalized more to the person. So that's a really cool thing about highlight reels.
And you've been doing that a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. So you've been adding your own personalized message or note saying, "Hi, John," whatever, and then adding in the demo, which is pre-recorded. So in this world of trying to reach out to your customers in a personalized way, there's like a personalized element plus a scalable element, which is the demo. And with Milk, you can do that at scale.
Cool. Yeah. So maybe we can wrap our first ever Milk Video team stream, and if these little bits are interesting, we'll do this again. We'll definitely dog food and create the clips to share out afterwards. But thank you for either joining us or watching this recording, and looking forward to sharing more updates in 2 weeks. Thank you.